Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. We're gonna do something a little bit different today. A couple of months ago I started reading makeup related books, mainly from famous makeup artists, and the first of them was from Kevyn Aucoin, and honestly I wanna review all of these books because when I was researching which one I should buy, I really couldn't find that much information on YouTube. I did find some information on blogs and websites, but nothing really on a video. No one actually opened the book and showed me what I can learn from this book to decide whether I should buy them or not. So that's what I wanted to do here today. I actually wanted to open this book and show you what's inside and help you decide if you could potentially learn anything from this book, if it's worth getting it or not. And yeah, so we are going to start with Making Faces, which is, I feel like, the first book anyone will recommend you getting if you decide to get into makeup. Now, I had really high expectations from this book. Did it live up to it? I wouldn't say so, but I think that's why videos like this help, because, you know, in today's world when so much information is available online, something like this might be something you want to skip and buy something else instead. I do have other books that really inspire me and motivate me to get out of my comfort zone and try something new. This is not one of them. I did learn a couple of things from this book, but I don't think it's worth getting this book just to learn those things, if you know what I mean. But regardless of that, you might still want to get it, and I tell you why. But I just want expectations to be correct. Don't expect to learn how to do makeup from this book. There are three main parts of this book. The first one is called Making the Face, second one is called A Gathering, and the third one is called Great Looks. In the first one, called Making the Face, he goes through step by step of what you should do, what products you should use, and how. In the second one, called A Gathering, he basically introduces every single one of his models for this book. And in the third one, called Great Looks, he kind of does a transformation with them and shows you how that person could potentially look like with the help of makeup and photography. I must say that you learn a lot about Kevyn and his family from this book, which I really appreciated. He unfortunately died in 2002, so I don't have the opportunity to get to know him in person or switch on his YouTube videos and watch him do his makeup. The beauty brand called Kevyn Aucoin is very famous for very high quality makeup and skincare products, and I haven't personally tried anything from them, but I heard many YouTubers talk about them, especially Tati, and that's how I found out about Kevyn. I have seen a couple of YouTube videos about him doing makeup, and honestly he looked like a wonderful person, and I really enjoyed reading this book as far as getting to know him, his life, how he met his partner, how he was adopted, and how much sacrifice his adoptive parents made for him. So he really did love his family, especially his sister and his mother. He talks a lot about them in his book and even in his second book, which I will review later on. But I think that's as far as it goes. That was my personal favorite about this book, getting to know him and his models. He shows a lot of picture about all of his models' lives and basically explains how he met them and who they are. And for me, that was the most heartwarming part of this book. Sorry, I'm just gonna sit a bit further to make sure you can see the book because it's quite large, as you can see. So he really breaks down everything you need to do your makeup, starting with the preparation, especially at the time when this book came out in 1997. I don't think many people were preparing their skin before doing their makeup. He talks a lot about using foundation, and I must say he's not a big fan of foundation. He actually uses a lot more just spot concealing instead of foundation all over the face. He really does prefer natural looking makeup, and I couldn't agree with him more. As you can see, he also does some contour and highlight, which I was really surprised about. I didn't know we had those before Anastasia's highlight and contour kit, so I was really surprised to see that these things did exist, just not on YouTube. He really goes into details about the different eyebrow shapes, the different type of products you can use as eyeshadow, how to apply eyeliner, the different type of lipsticks. So if you've never done your makeup before and you want to have just one place to teach you all, then this is a great book to start. But seeing how you guys are here on YouTube already, I think you know all of these. You know how to apply an eyeliner or what different type of lipsticks you can have. So I think it's a little bit more leaning towards people who has no idea about makeup. I do understand though that when you start publishing books about makeup, you want to first establish the basics, and I think that's exactly what he did in this part of the book. He then moves on to the second part of the book, which is, like I said, really heartwarming and a wonderful read. He shows you a before picture of all of his models. He explains how he met them and invited them to this photo shoot. And then he obviously shows you how the makeup looks like once they were done. And then on the second page, where he tells you step by step what he did with the makeup to achieve the look, he also shows you a couple of pictures from that person's life, and they are all very wonderful people, and some of their stories are really heartwarming. For example, this woman, Sandy, lost her son who was homosexual, and as you guys probably know, Kevin was as well. And I think back in those days, this was a big stigma and people were bullied for it a lot. So yeah, these are all really wonderful stories to read and to get to know these people. And whilst in the gathering section, he shows you real everyday people. In the great looks section, he actually moves on to more famous people. For example, here we have Demi Moore, Courtney Love, Drew Barrymore, Andy McDowell. By the way, this is my favorite picture from this book. We have Cher, Demi Moore again, but this time looking like a completely different person. Janet Jackson, Gwyneth Paltrow, Nicole Kidman, and many, many more. So as you can see, he worked with a lot of really famous people, and they all seem to really love him and his work. Unfortunately, we don't really see before pictures of the celebrities. We just see one perfectly done photo of them, which is probably also edited. So I preferred the second part of the book where he talks about real people, not the celebrities. But it's also really interesting to see those celebrities in different makeup looks, because it really shows you how makeup can change the face, because the same person looks like a completely different one. If you are an absolute beginner, this book is going to be great for you. But if you do know about makeup, you might want to skip it. I think if you decide that you want to collect makeup related books and you want to learn all you can from these makeup artists, it's still a must have. I personally decided to read from as many makeup artists as I can because I want to learn from them, and I don't think in real life I'm ever going to have the opportunity, especially not when it comes to people like Kevin, who unfortunately died decades ago, but just don't have the expectation that he's gonna share all of his secrets with you and you're gonna learn so much about makeup, because you won't. It's just, for me personally, interesting to see how much we already knew 20 years ago and forgot to mention for a long time. And I also feel like we are going back to this type of an attitude now, where makeup is more just about making you look your best instead of altering the way you look. So yeah, it's a great book. Is it absolutely necessary though? No, but you can pick it up on eBay or Amazon used for really only a couple of pounds. So if you are interested, don't miss out on it. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I would love to have you here. Next time, I'm gonna review a book from Bobbi Brown, which I feel like is a lot more down to the nitty-gritty of how to create a makeup look. So if you're interested, definitely stay tuned. Until next time though, take care of yourself. I will see you very soon.